Hey guys, good morning. I'm actually here at WWDC 2025. I haven't been here in a while. I've missed the past couple Apple events because of broken ankles and other traumatic life events, but I'm very excited because we are here. I saw last night on Instagram, it's rumored that Apple now has hoodies at the shop. I don't know if it's true or not. Justine, I have horrible news for you. There's something on the back of your shirt.
Really? What?
There is a stain.
No.
Yes,
really?
there's a stain. It's not great, but I think we can fix it. Honestly, if you switch your backpack to the other side.
Yeah.
Her new fit. We're gonna get you all fixed up. We have addressed the stain. We now carry these wipes with us, and it's good. We're good to go. She's ready to shine for her big day. Look at everybody, ready for WWDC. It's gonna be a good day. We're getting a little ride because we went to the wrong place. I think the badge is gonna be like a green or a purple.
I am hoping that it's this color.
But you said that was last year.
Well, it was like more like pink color, yeah. So
maybe
it's
like a
little
peach?
purple, kind of like a fuchsia.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Okay, we'll see.
Before the keynote starts, they have like a little breakfast area set up, and this is actually really cool. I don't think I've been to a WWDC in a very long time, but look at everybody.
It's almost time. I should have put sunscreen on.
But here's the trick. There are seats that get into the shade by the time keynote starts, right?
Yes, that is true. All right, we are like 5 minutes until it's time. It is an absolutely gorgeous day. I think it's gonna be a little bit hot today. I forgot that these are outside, but it's so nice. We're seeing so many of our friends, and it's gonna be a good day. It already is a good day.
Good morning. Welcome to Apple Park. And welcome to WWDC. Last major redesign was iOS 7. Well, a lot has changed. Apple Silicon has become dramatically more powerful, enabling software materials and experiences we once could only dream of.
And it starts with an entirely new expressive material we call liquid glass. With the optical qualities of glass and a fluidity that only Apple can achieve, it transforms depending on your content or even your context and brings more clarity to navigation and controls.
All right, so the keynote just ended. We're heading over here to the visitor center, and we're actually going to record a podcast on the top of the visitor center. But first, we're going to go and get the hoodies. Super pumped about the Apple hoodie, but it was like very, very hot, so I had to take it off, but it looks pretty good. We also got these cute little bags when we got here, and inside we have a water bottle, WWDC water bottle. We've got a cute little keychain, and we have these very cute pins. Look at this. I love them. So I don't actually have anything planned for the rest of the day, so I think I might go back to the hotel, maybe edit a little vlog, maybe we can talk about what just happened, and yeah, maybe put on some sweatpants.
WWDC, I feel like we got a bunch of announcements. Gonna try to recap, I guess, the best as I can from my brain and my small amount of notes, but there is gonna be a new episode of Same Brain Podcast going live. Hopefully it's already up, so be sure to check that out. And yeah, let's kind of talk about it. I think the biggest thing happening is kind of like the redesign. Everybody was saying that it was gonna be the biggest redesign since like iOS 7. So we now have like a more uniform name where we're gonna have like the iOS 26 and everything's kind of just going to be uniform with that instead of, you know, a bunch of different names, which I think is nice. And we also now have a new liquid glass design. So this, you know, kind of uniform name and uniform design is gonna be across, you know, your phone, your watch, your iPad, your Mac, Vision OS. It's gonna be really, really great. So that's gonna be, I think, something I'm excited about. I know I'm excited for some things that are coming to iMessage. You're now gonna be able to change your backgrounds with friends. Group chats, you're gonna be able to kind of do polls. You're gonna see when your friends are typing. And they're also going to be doing, I think, some updates to like the Genmoji. You can customize a little bit further, and you can also work now with like ChatGPT to kind of customize even further, which is pretty cool. There's also like a new dynamic adaptation for lock screens and like your home screen. So they showed an example how like the time can get bigger, and there's like a 3D kind of like illusion if you use, I think it's probably like portrait pictures or something, I'm not actually sure. There's also some changes to just the basic phone app. There's going to be something where if somebody calls you, I think you can like see who's calling. You can share the name, the reason they're calling, and then decide if you want to pick up. And there's better recognition for if spam is calling you, which is really great. And the newest feature that I think is going to be great is the hold feature. So if you're on hold, it will then give you the option where you can kind of like move on with your day, and when it realizes that somebody finally on the other side of the phone who you're on hold with is in fact ready to talk to you, it will then kind of like alert you and be like, hey, this person's ready to talk now, so come back. The new live translation I think is also really cool. I think this is going to be a great feature, you know, if people are FaceTiming or if you're, you know, talking to somebody, there's going to be live translation, which is available. WatchOS also is kind of getting like a new little update, and there's a thing called Workout Buddy. So it's kind of like, I feel like you're a little like AI assistant where, you know, if you're a runner, it will tell you updates like your pace, or, you know, it will kind of pull previous workouts and kind of compare to those workouts. So that's actually pretty cool. Excited to try that out. There's also a new wrist flick. So that new motion can like mute calls or like ignore calls and like do stuff like that, which is also pretty cool. I will be flicking everybody. Apple TV got some new updates, as well as, you know, some new shows and stuff that they're coming back with. I cannot wait for the morning show. It's absolutely one of my favorites. So that new season I'm looking forward to, as well as like Platonic and a bunch of other stuff. But you can now make profiles. So if you share a TV with anybody in your home, you know how annoying it is to switch profiles? You now can make profiles, which is great. macOS, we now have macOS Tahoe. Love Tahoe. Tahoe is absolutely beautiful in the winter, in the fall, in the spring, in the summer, and I'm really excited to explore that. I know, you know, the liquid display and these designs are coming, and there's gonna be more customization now on your Mac. So like you can customize icons, you can make them colors, you can add, you know, different little emojis and stuff to your folders. There's some new updates to Shortcut as well as Spotlight. I use Spotlight all the time. I am constantly hitting, what is it? Command spacebar. Vision OS, so I actually did just recently get a loaner Vision Pro from Apple, and I have been using it. I haven't talked about it yet, but we're gonna be getting some new updates, and I'm excited because the new persona that they showed looks so good. It looks so lifelike, and I'm excited to do that. And there was also an announcement where there's going to be like a collaboration with Sony where you can use the Sony controllers, like the Sense controllers, and you can play pickleball, which is going to be awesome because I've been wanting to get into pickleball. There's also just a bunch more things you can do, like widgets, and you can pin things. So when you put on your Vision Pro, everything's just going to be where you left it. Oh, and they also mentioned a collaboration with Logitech where there's a pen, so like you can do more like immersive things in your Vision Pro, which is pretty cool. We also got some new iPad updates. Basically what they're doing I am not much of an iPad user. I don't know what's wrong with me. I get overwhelmed. I got my laptop, I got my phone, I got, you know, whatever. But the updates coming to iPad are pretty great, and they're pretty like similar to what the Mac has. So like, you know, multiple tabs. Once again, the liquid glass, you know, display is gonna be there. So yeah, whatever's happening basically on the MacBook was like kind of these things coming to iPad. Preview coming to iPad, huge. I use Preview for everything. CarPlay is also getting a bunch of new updates. We have heard of the new CarPlay Ultra that's coming, that's in Aston Martin. I want to try it out because I think that CarPlay, I think it was just super outdated. I was never a huge fan of it for some reasons. I actually don't know why, but I like now that it's more customizable. So that's definitely something that I want to see, and I feel like it will probably change my mind of how I feel about CarPlay. But yeah, so the bad news is, yes, I am here for Apple, and I got to go to the keynote, and I got to go to a bunch of things. Unfortunately, I actually have to leave. I'm heading to a Meta event right now. It's gonna be tonight and tomorrow. So I'm excited because a bunch of my friends are here, so I'm gonna see all the content that they're pushing out for that, and I'm hoping I can come back and get some of the, you know, demos and stuff. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you're excited about. I'm excited about, you know, the new iOS updates, the new messages, and stuff like that, because that's what I use every single day. Wait, I didn't mention the most important thing. There are going to be updates to the camera and the photos. So there's going to be kind of like a more streamlined photos folder type of situation. I think they listened to us, and we were all very mad at the photos. New photos, bad. Not good. But yeah, there's going to be some updates to like the camera and the photos. So that's going to be something that I don't know if I'm gonna like until I try it. So we'll have to see. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think. And yeah, bye. Go watch the podcast, Same Brain. Thank you.